calling this a static situation where the Greater Portuguese Bend landslide continues to move. The movement has decelerated significantly from where we were a year ago, but it still continues to move in certain areas.
The city says the shift in the bluff is in no way related to the Portuguese Bend landslide, located about 4 miles southeast from Marguerite Drive and considered the largest moving landslide in North America. Some residents we spoke with say the land movement doesn't surprise them.
These cliffs were formed by this process, and they will continue to be formed by this process.
It's unfortunate, but hopefully these houses are way back. Actually, they are not right on the edge.
The ground separation is about 40 feet from the nearest structure. Geologists are digging into the history of the Lunada Point neighborhood, when the tract of homes was first developed, to potentially get insight into what caused the ground to give way.
So that we're better prepared and so that the residents know what they need to do to stabilize and mitigate any further movement.
And tonight, the city is urging people, particularly fishermen, to avoid the coastline in this area, not knowing if there could be another land movement. Sam and John will send it back to you.
All right, Sarah, thank you. A Sunday service turns into a scene of chaos and horror in Michigan. Now police are trying to figure out why a man carried out an attack on a Latter-day Saints church. The FBI is calling this a targeted act of violence.
Investigators say they've been talking to people, serving search warrants, and sending evidence to FBI headquarters, all to find a motive in this second deadly attack on an American church in 1 month.
It was the scariest I've ever been in my life. It wasn't the shooter trying to shoot me. It was, is my family okay?
Members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints are mourning 4 dead. 8 others wounded in an attack during service on Sunday morning in Grand Blanc, Michigan.
It feels like our world is turned upside down.
Police say this man, 40-year-old Thomas Jacob Sanford, drove his truck into the church, then opened fire while setting the church on fire. He was killed in a shootout, according to authorities.
Evil. This was an evil act of violence.
Doctors say victims range in age from 6 to 78, some suffering gunshot wounds, others smoke inhalation. Among the first responders, members of the church.
They were heroes. Those on the scene were absolute heroes, going in and out of the fire to drag people out, helping each other take care of the victims on the scene. And the community really came together.
Now, an elite team of investigators is on the scene.
We are also looking at the improvised explosive devices that were recovered during this investigation. As part of that healing process, ATF has brought in their national response team. This is a cadre of world-renowned investigators for arson and explosive incidents.
The FBI says it has interviewed more than 100 people in the work to determine a motive.
Our investigative squads and specialty teams have been out all night, exhausting leads, some of which have been coming in from the public via tips.
Speculation is unhelpful and it can be downright dangerous. So just ask that people lower the temperature of rhetoric.
What we do know, the Marine Corps confirmed with KTLA the shooter was deployed in the Iraq War and even received a Good Conduct Medal.
President Trump is once again threatening to impose 100% tariffs on movies made outside of the U.S. The president posted today on Truth Social saying, quote, "Our movie-making business has been stolen from the United States by other countries just like stealing candy from a baby," end quote. He did not say when the tariffs would take effect. He first floated the idea in May as a way to get productions back to the U.S. Local and state leaders call this a bipartisan issue, say tax incentives would be a good place to start.
Georgia, for example, gives, I believe, 25% of your budget spent there back in cash. So that's a huge incentive for the film industry to go to Georgia, which they did.
What I know works is having a national film tax credit. That's the leveler that we need in this country. And I don't understand how Donald Trump's tariffs are envisioned to work. And my biggest concern is that they run the risk of raising prices for American consumers.
If the president does go through with his threat, this would be the first time he's imposed a tariff on a service other than goods. In June, the California legislature passed a trailer bill that raises the annual cap on the tax credit program from $330 million to $750 million.
And how about this? Artificial intelligence could soon reach a new milestone, causing backlash now in Hollywood. A virtual AI actress may soon have a real-life Hollywood agent. The concept of an AI actress being hired in film or TV may have been inevitable, but that is not stopping human filmmakers from speaking out.
Yeah, some are even threatening to fire their agents if they sign an AI actor. KTLA's Lindsay Pena is live in the news center with details. Lindsay.
Yeah, John and Sam, there is some strong reaction to this one among people in the industry, with a lot of real actors and actresses speaking out and filmmakers, including one who spoke with me today who's been warning about this for years.
She smiles for the camera, shares stills for her newest photo shoot and video from her first acting role. But can you tell Tilly Norwood isn't real?
I mean, you can kind of tell just the way that their skin texture looks. It's kind of giving off like, oh yeah, this is definitely AI.
It's like something off. It's just like she's looking at you with the same eyes every time. Like nothing changes. She makes the same emotion.
Norwood is an AI-generated actress created by Eline Vandervelden's AI talent studio Sequoia. There's reportedly already interest from agents looking to represent her, sparking backlash from some in the entertainment industry. In response, Vandervelden posting a statement on Tilly's Instagram account saying in part, "She is not a replacement for a human being, but a creative work, a piece of art. I see AI not a replacement for people, but as a new tool."
The term is AI objects. There's no such thing as an AI actress.
Justine Bateman,
Actresses are
filmmaker,
human
author, and
beings.
former actress, has been outspoken about AI technology since the last SAG-AFTRA strike in 2023.
This is one of the things I cautioned SAG about when I was an AI advisor to the SAG negotiations. I sent out demo after demo over social media saying, here's what they can do now, here's what's possible. And that was, 2 years ago.
She says Tilly is just the beginning of what she predicts will be an influx of AI-generated content.
You can imagine for the agents, it would be a coup to get somebody or to get an AI object that never calls in sick, can work 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. And you can triple and quadruple book this object.
Although Tilly's creator said in her statement she wasn't a replacement for a person, she was quoted earlier comparing her creation to human actors, telling Broadcast International recently that she wants Tilly to be the next Scarlett Johansson or Natalie Portman. The idea drawing mixed reaction.
Why not? Let's see what this technology looks like. Let's see if they can make a better movie then. Because a lot of the stuff that's coming out these days, no one really enjoys watching anymore. So maybe we should give it a shot.
It's disappointing seeing that the industry is willing to work with not real people, because the whole point of like art and theater and TV and stuff is that humans are telling human experiences.
There's no word yet if Tilly has actually been signed by any agent. We did reach out to SAG-AFTRA for comment, but are still waiting for a response. In the News Center, Lindsay Pena, KTLA 5 News. John and Sam.
All right, Lindsay. And we have more coming up on the News at 4.
Casey Montoya, real and in the flesh.
I
How's your forecast?
am, to give you the real forecast, not that AI stuff. All right, outside, hazy sunshine along the coast and for the mountains. A lot of us still seeing clear skies. So we'll talk about the temperatures for the rest of the week as it is the first full week of fall.
And I'm AI-generated David Lazarus. You heard just a few minutes ago about President Trump wanting to protect the domestic film industry